In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to increase FPS in DaVinci Resolve and make video look smoother. If you want smoother playback or you're trying to set up a timeline with a different frame rate, DaVinci Resolve gives you a simple way to do it directly from the media pool. The important thing to understand is that you need to create a new timeline with the frame rate you want, because timeline frame rate settings are something Resolve handles very specifically. So in this walkthrough, I'll show you exactly where to click and what to change so the process is quick and easy. Start by going to your media pool. This is where your clips, timelines, and project assets are stored, so it's the right place to begin. Once you're there, find the timeline you want to work with. Make sure you select the correct one, especially if your project has multiple timelines, since the new settings will apply to the timeline you choose. After selecting the timeline you want to change, right-click in the media pool. From the menu that appears, choose the option to create a new timeline using the selected clips and bins. This tells DaVinci Resolve to build a fresh timeline based on what you've selected, which is useful when you want more control over settings like frame rate. As soon as that window opens, look for the Project Settings checkbox and uncheck it. This step is important because if you leave Project Settings enabled, Resolve will simply follow the current project defaults and won't let you customize the timeline the way you want. By turning that off, you unlock the Format options for this new timeline. Next, go to the Format section. This is where you'll find the timeline frame rate setting. Once you see it, choose the frame rate you want to use. Setting a higher frame rate here can help create a smoother looking timeline depending on your source footage and how your project is meant to be delivered. Just remember that changing the timeline frame rate doesn't magically create extra frames in low frame rate footage, but it does let you set up the timeline correctly for smoother playback and editing when your media supports it. When you've selected the frame rate you want, save the timeline. At that point, your new timeline will be created with the updated frame rate setting. That's all you need to do. If you follow those steps carefully, you'll be able to create a new timeline in DaVinci Resolve with a different FPS setting and get your project set up for smoother looking video.